Lazlow's coming in to talk about
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Right.
I got quite a few little things on Twitter and stuff saying people heard my character. I guess the main character interacts with my guy at some point. The
very cool.
The gunsmith. I start talking about the Second Amendment and stuff to the guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I get all rambunctious. And then someone said, it's great. It sounds like a more tamed down Yosemite Sam.
Oh, nice. I want to play this one. I definitely want to play this game.
That was definitely one of the hard things about doing the voicing for this game, because it's not like GTA where you could just talk and be like a regular person in the street. Like, you had to not only be Old West, but like Chicago, like Midwest, Old West.
You gotta try to sound like the Old West.
So it was like two different.
Sure.
It's like you try to do two different, things at once.
I want to find out.
Interesting.
I want to find out today what I was supposed to be in this
What
game.
your lines are supposed to be?
Yeah, because I blew off another thing. I gotta stop blowing stuff off.
The reviews are just ridiculous.
No, I know.
It's amazing.
This game looks like it's going to
9.5s and 10s on all of the fucking publications that matter.
That's great.
This is IGN. IGN is given, and that's one of
And
the
we're
more.
setting up the game in studio so we can check out shit?
Yep.
Is he
We'll have
bringing
the
his game guy in?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow. We're going to have fun with Lazlow today. And he'll talk about other tech things as well.
What is IGN's rating for this?
A 9.7.
9.7. That's big.
Wow, that's huge.
They give out a lot of 9.7s?
And that's, IGN
Do they give out a lot of 9.7s?
Not really. No. I mean, it's got to be a pretty decent game to score this high.
I'll play that.
I think it's me and Lazlow. Ant's in the bathroom. Jimmy just walked out. What's going on, Lazlow?
Traveling the world. Man.
Yeah, you were in London?
Yeah, I was in London showing off Red Dead Redemption, and then...
Now, before we start talking about the game, what did you do for fun? Because you're one of those guys, you just don't go to these cities. You try to have a little fun and do something, right?
Yeah, I got pretty drunk, I have to say. Most of the day I was just doing interviews all day long. So, but the television in the hotels is amazing in London.
Why? Because they show titties?
Dude, not only titties, they got channels of people that will post their picture, and then you can send text messages to them that show up on the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they've got one that's all guys. It's hysterical. It's all these British dudes trying to fuck in the park.
And you're texting these guys?
Oh, dude, and your text message shows up on the screen on the television. It's hysterical.
And it's in real time?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then I caught myself and said, I'm sitting here texting gay men on TV. Time to watch Lost.
Who's going to blame you for the goof? For the goof, I think.
And then they've got
to do it.
They've got these other channels where you can call and talk to the chicks live, and you're watching them on TV.
Yeah. We have some of that in America, don't we?
I don't know. I haven't really seen it in hotel rooms.
Well, not in hotel rooms.
But I mean, it's on their main basic cable. Wherever you go in Europe or the UK, their main basic cable after about 10 or 11 o'clock, there's all these channels.
Yeah.
And like chicks making out topless and all this, and you can call in and talk to them, but you don't even need to call in. You just spank it and you're done.
You just want to watch. That's all right, man. I mean, we're fucking a bunch of prudes in America. Just scared of the titty. Now, I'm looking at Red Dead Redemption. And you got your game guy here.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the graphics don't look that great.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Anthony back in studio. And I go, you know what? I don't think the graphics look that great. I just told Lazlow. No, the graphics are just... When you think the graphics can't get better, they do just that. They get better.
Yep.
Look at this guy running up the... It's ridiculous. Look at this.
That looks amazing.
Well, they can't see it because it's radio,
love the blood.
Lazlow. Yeah. So where do we start with Red Dead Redemption?
So we basically took our open world engine, the Rage engine,
that you kind of did with GTA.
Yeah, and we built on top of it. So we built basically what is an open world Western shooter, and I mean you can get on a horse in this game and just ride for miles.
Will anyone bother you?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a way to just ride the horse where you just picked a particular route where no one bothers you? And
No,
can
you
have a
always
nice-
come-
You can have a nice, peaceful
What, do
ride.
you just want to go out on a nice ride?
Yes.
No, the thing that's nice about the game is, while it's this huge, beautiful open western, there's always stuff going on. Like as you're going down the road, somebody will wave you down and say, "Can you please help me? This guy just robbed me." Well, you can shoot her in the face and rob her too,
Yeah.
or you can help her out and go chase the guys down. And what happens is
There are consequences
Yes.
to what you do.
everything in the game changes how people react to you. So if you're a horrible, despicable human being, and you've been a nasty guy out on the road, when you come into town, people start saying snarky stuff at you. They'll challenge you to a duel.
But wait a minute. If you're in the middle of nowhere and some lady's like, "Help me because I just got robbed," and you shoot her in the face, who's going to know that you just shot her in the face? It's the Old West.
The game does.
You get a reputation. Someone might be looking over a ridge, go back in town and go, "That's the guy."
All right.
It changes your fame and honor in the game. Another thing that we did is
Look at the graphics. That's in game too, right?
yeah,
fantastic.
that's all in.
That's
Why is there a woman with a
amazing.
dog? I don't understand it.
No, you're watching the news.
Oh, sorry.
It's the other TV.
That looks like a friendly game.
One of the
TV
things that
watching Chip.
that we did with the world is we populated it with an entire ecosystem. So animals will actually feed on each other. So you'll see like a wolf or a bobcat chasing a deer.
They ever chase you?
Oh yeah, you'll get attacked by wolves. You
Just minding your own business.
Yeah, you can be going through the mountains. Going through this peaceful
Speaking
snow.
of mountains, not to stop you, but we're looking at kind of a mountain scene right now.
Yeah,
with
this
the
is down in
water and
Mexico.
with the water in the distance. That is ridiculous looking.
That looks great.
He's on the
Holy
cannon.
shit.
He's on the big cannon inflation.
Yeah,
there.
he's about to rain some.
Oh, these guys are going to have some hurt come down on him.
The horses all fall over.
Killed their horse, totally.
Wow.
You're a bastard.
You were saying, Lazlow, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, the animals. So there was a few weeks ago we were working on one of our multiplayer clips, and so we had like 6 guys in the office that were all on horses, and they were on the edge of this ridge, and they were doing their best to like line up for this really nice shot. And wow, that wagon is in pieces.
Wow.
They're lining up for this really nice shot, and all of a sudden all these wolves came out of the forest and attacked them. And so you hear all these guys around the office screaming and cursing as their characters are dragged off their horses by wolves. It was hysterical. So the game really never lets you sit still for very long. There's always something going
There's
on.
always
Yeah,
something
something's
you got to
gonna
try to
keep you
figure
going.
out.
And you've made the target. The cool thing is like the focal point to shoot is a little white dot. It's not like a big circle or any of these obnoxious things. It really doesn't take you at anything.
That is something how those wagons came apart. He shot him with a cannon, and he shot one wagon, and the whole frame, the bottom frame, you see fly up in the air. And then he hit it in a different spot that next time, and you just saw the wheels fly off the thing. Like everything reacts a little differently. You don't have that same monotonous, all right, I shot someone, they fall the same way, or this blows up the same way. It does take you out of the game.
But I really want to
It's
just
very
go.
unique.
I really just want to take a horse for a ride.
Yeah, you could do that.
A nice,
Wanna do that?
just a nice peaceful ride.
Go to Brooklyn. They got a rental string. You could just go down there and ride on the beach. What are you going to do?
Can you hop in a wagon and ride it?
Yes, you can.
Yay.
What if you don't know how to ride a wagon? Are you going to have a problem?
You can ride in the back. You don't have to
No,
always drive.
I want to be the driver. Does it rain in this game?
The weather patterns are actually pretty amazing. And the night looks better than any nighttime I've ever seen in a game.
Really? That's something. I've had a few people.
Rainforest.
I've had a few people
Wait,
already.
you go into an actual rainforest?
No. I said his name is Forrest. I told him to make it rain.
Forrest.
Right.
I don't want a large
Now
farva.
We've got a dev kit, so we can basically change.
Forrest. Hey, is he Forrest Gump?
Hey, this girl's getting fucked, Lazlow. I don't think that's nice for the children. What are you doing?
Oh shit! There's some sex going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you just fuck broads in the
See,
game?
this is why we have that law in Arizona.
Her tits are showing. Wow.
Yeah.
I
I think it's the first game we've actually had nipple in.
You got a fat gut. She had a great gut.
Was that a nipple through a shirt?
No.
That was nudity. Okay.
So basically, in the game, you're this guy John Marston, who your buddies betrayed you. You went to jail, and now that you're out, you're tracking them down. So you go across the prairies into Mexico.
God damn.
We're looking at kind of twilight at this point. It's going to start raining here.
Yeah, and you can see
Look at the thunderclouds.
He just pulled the guy off the wagon and took it. Could he have shot him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now he's just riding through as it's raining.
Yeah.
And the lightning.
The horses will
is
react.
lighting up everything.
The horses will react to the thunder as well.
Oh, really?
The horses in the game, we actually put horses in motion capture outfits that we made
Are you shitting me? Real horses?
and put them on treadmills and made them run their balls off. And
They must have loved that. Horses love to run.
Did PETA have a problem with that one? Horses on treadmills, Lazlow?
Well, you can also skin your horse and eat it in the
really?
game.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, we wanted to sort of depict the bleak nature of the Old West.
Right,
so
right.
any animal you can kill in the game. And also in multiplayer, you and your buddies can just roam the entire open world of the game. It's not like you're just in one little level.
Right.
Multiplayer, the entire world is open. So
So it's not just the level,
right?
And then
And so you and your buddies can just ride on
map.
horses and bump into. You can form posses, bump into other posses. You can go hunting together.
By the way, great way to spin it. We wanted to depict the what nature of the Old West?
I don't know.
It was a great way to say that, too. Like, we wanted to depict the nature of the Old West. Therefore, you can kill a platypus.
God damn.
Can you ride into a western town, old school?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And people start looking at you like, who
Yep.
are these fucking idiots?
Well, you start off pretty much as just some lowly guy, right?
Yeah.
You got to build your rep up. You got to, you got to make a name for yourself, good or bad.
Make it sunset there for us.
All right.
Hey, I like a nice sunset, Lazlow.
There we go.
That looks cool. Look at this.
Look at this.
They got a great sunlight glimmer. The shadows are all
Sun's
long
low
and
in the
stretched
sky,
out.
on the
And,
horizon.
this game looks fantastic.
The light is actually in your... It's uncomfortable to look into the sun.
Yeah.
It's exactly
It
like the
will
way
burn your retinas out.
That's amazing.
It really is. Look at it.
It is.
Just walking in an old town. Old
I've
western
had
town.
I've had a couple of people already Twitter me
Really?
about my my voice being heard.
Yeah, you're.
Something like this subdued. They said more subdued Yosemite Sam.
I think we got an example of
Oh
it
yeah.
again, Anthony. I'll turn the game audio off for a second.
Yes.
Here's Anthony in the actual game.
His name is Jeb Murphy.
Jeb Murphy.
I'm Jeb Murphy, by the way.
If you need guns, Mr. Marston, you come see me.
Yeah, see, I'm the gun guy.
How
ironic.
If you kill someone in front of Anthony, he will go to the sheriff. His character will start running off to yelling for the sheriff. But
I'm a rat.
if you give Anthony some money, just like in real life, he will shut up.
Yes, see?
Money makes me real forgetful.
It's hilarious.
And here's Anthony just sort of.
Do you have Anthony yelling, string him up?
Yes, Lazlow.
This is the different characters in the game will walk by each other and have conversations.
Okay.
So here's Anthony's character chatting with another character in the game.
We ain't gonna maintain our regional supremacy if that bad element remains.
Bad element.
We all know what the bad element
Of course we do. I thought it was supposed to be a character I was portraying.
Yeah, it's just you with an accent.
And here he is selling guns.
We can't put no price on safety.
Safety.
Of course I sell the guns.
I
We
was
got the
riding.
Second Amendment for a reason, don't we?
I was riding my horse 108 miles an hour, and Keith the sheriff had to get me out of it.
Keith the sheriff.
Anthony's horse was stolen?
Yeah, you can steal people's horses in the game.
Don't my horse been took?
Horse been took.
That's what happened when Voss disappeared when you guys were out together. Please, can we hear the horse got took one again?
My horse.
Don't my horse been took?
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's the character right there, yeah. Behind the counter.
For some reason, looks exactly like Travis.
A little Travis look to him. Yeah. And finally,
Oh, yeah.
Anthony outtakes. These did not make the game.
Right.
Oh.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is it going on here?
That's from Blazing Saddles.
Somebody's going to have to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Very nice, man.
Very talented voice guy.
That's fun. Oh my god, I had so much fun doing that.
Wow, look at that. Look at the detail on the characters in this game.
I am going to be playing this like a mad
he's all
person.
scarred up.
Yep.
Yeah. He's the main dude. Nice gunfight sequence right here.
The hand is right over the gun, like Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Guy with a derby. And our... Draw! Oh, slow-mo. Oh,
yeah, so you
man.
can paint the targets on him, but you have to be quick because his gun's coming out.
Oh, wow. Oh, did that guy get fucked?
That alone just sold me on the game.
Mowed him
Holy
down.
Shit, look
He
at
got
that.
a bunch of bullets on him.
And what happens?
Thank you.
Can you shoot that lady?
Thank you.
Oh, yes!
Why would you do that?
What are you doing?
Put the shotgun up to her head and blew it off.
There's just some old, nice town woman
Now he's just
right in the face.
blowing everyone away as he tries to get out of the town here.
What would happen if you just... Could you shoot... Oh, no. Sorry, friend.
Oh, he's dragging the...
Yay!
Drag a townsperson.
Yeah, you can lasso people and right off their horses, or if they're standing, and just drag their ass through the middle of town.
Can you ride your horse into the building?
I believe you can. If the door's open.
Oh, he's dragging...
Oh, he's
damn.
in trouble.
Somebody out the window.
Oh, he's in trouble.
I think
no.
you've started some shit. There's people
Yeah.
shooting at you through the window.
You better shoot that horse. He shot his horse's asshole out.
Oh, God.
Horse is not happy.
Horses take a little bit to go down, don't they?
The horse is banging into a fucking wall. Oh, the horse's asshole got prolapsed.
God damn, this game is great. You know, there's nothing better in a game than just sheer fucking violence. And the great look of it. I mean, you know, I don't like games that go half. He just threw a Molotov cocktail at a horse.
Horse is on fire.
The horse is on fire. This is fantastic.
The horse is on fire.
There we go. Oh, guy's trying to flee. I think he's dead. Oh, he's throwing knives at him. And he's down. Man, you know why? Some games just fucking don't want to go the distance. And Rockstar is just known for going the distance.
Slow motion shot.
Yeah,
The
so
horse's body.
So we call it the Deadeye targeting system. You can slow time down and paint targets on multiple people, and then just mow them all down.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We also
That's a new feature, right?
yeah. Well, we had it. In, Red Dead Revolver came out in like 2004, and we had the Deadeye in that one. But another thing, since the game is set in 1910, we did a lot of research into the media of the time, and we did, if you go to the old-timey movie theater in the game,
There's an old-timey flicker. I want to see a flicker show. And maybe have some of that cornbread your wife made.
The Dangers of Doctors. This little short.
How long did it take you to do this?
well, the Rockstar San Diego started on this 5 years ago. So there's two old-timey silent films in the game. One of them is about the dangers of patent medicines. And if you'll go to one of those screenshots there and just pause that. Yeah. So there's this guy selling the patent medicines, which all of which had cocaine and so forth. And so this gentleman comes to buy some patent medicine. It's called Dr. Kumia's Cathartic Disease Elixir
Shit, that's funny.
with 99% cocaine powders.
Someone said they'd seen a Dr. Kumia in there.
And what happens is that when the character takes it, he begins trying to rape a woman, and then he humps a tree. A young lady, I might add.
Fantastic. That is hysterical.
That's wonderful.
I am honored.
Yes.
I am honored.
The other silent film in the game, because we were looking, the research department said, at this time there was a big political debate because people were concerned, and rightly so, about women voting.
Yes.
So we did an entire cartoon about the dangers of letting women vote.
That's great. Oh my God. I cannot wait to get home and play this. God damn you guys. So much of my time is spent on Rockstar Games. Oh, great. It just really looks fantastic. You do get that immersion that you like in a game, where you really can just Play out like you're in the old way. Oh man, execution right to the back of the head.
You know, we were watching a lot of the like the Clint Eastwood films and The Proposition, which is a fantastic dark western that was done a few years ago by director John Hillcoat.
It's an Eastwood movie?
No. It was. I think The Proposition was about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's not that well known. But if you like westerns, it's actually set in the turn of the century, like 1900 in Australia. And it's about trying to wipe out the Aborigines. It is a dark fucking film.
You guys do a lot of research on your games, on the time, the settings, and everything like that, and it just shows. It's like as soon as you can, make a run for the shit. There's so many shitty games out there. Yeah, that really don't put any thought behind it. They think they could just whip up a game, throw it out there, and people are going to bite, and it just doesn't. It doesn't work.
One of the things that was interesting about writing the scripts, you know, because you're one of the characters in the game. There's hundreds of characters across the game world, and every script was about 15 or 20 pages long. You've got to have all these reactions. Like if you go up to Anthony's character and shoot at him, he's going to say one thing. If you try to tie him with a lasso, you'll say another. So you have to record all these categories. Every one of the scripts had to be approved by our research department to make sure that you weren't using words that weren't used during the period. And I had a couple of my scripts rejected because they said you used a word that wasn't used until 1912, and the game is set around 1910. I mean,
what was the word?
I don't even remember what it was.
Faggot.
Marshall.
And basically the map of the world takes you from like Wyoming in the north, where there's the mountains, all the way down into Mexico. So there's like border towns, pueblos, and the vibe was trying to give you the sense of the struggle of the West. And also one of the themes that, since it's set right as technology and the government start to encroach on the West, there's this huge backlash from the characters in the storyline of the game to technology and government encroaching on people's lives.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of cool. Yeah. You got. I was going to say trains. Any interaction with choo-choo trains?
Yes. There's a great mission where you can ride your horse up by a train. And there's also a great Gatling gun mission.
Oh, God.
Can you get on the train?
You could shoot some people apart with that.
Yeah, you can also travel from town to town on the trains. If you don't feel like riding your horse and you just want to warp from one place to another, you can hop in a stagecoach.
How many towns are there?
How many towns are there, Forrest?
A lot.
Forrest just plays the game. Look at him. You're pretty murderous on this goddamn game.
He's been playing it for over a year.
Wow.
Every day, for 12 hours a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many different types of weapons? About you got? I see you like the Winchester there.
Yeah. So we modeled the weapons on authentic weaponry from the
Obviously,
period.
you're not going to pull out a AR-15 and start going to town.
Yeah. So there's multiple different pistols. The fire bottle I really like. That's a good one.
That one's great.
Dynamite. If you can throw dynamite under a wagon or a horse, it makes for some comedy.
Oh, he's got a little stick of dynamite. Oh, yeah, that'll make a mess. Oh, shit. Dynamite. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh,
Wow.
I think you wiped yourself out there.
Yeah.
I think you, did you blow up a black gentleman right there?
I believe he did.
I think it was an African-American gentleman.
Good old-fashioned fist fight. Nice.
Yeah, look at this.
What if you punch him into the cactus?
Look at him fighting with his dumb hat on.
Yeah.
He just He removed his hat. Wait a minute. And there you go. Take that with you.
Lazlow, you got celebrity voices in this?
That's great.
No, not really.
Not really?
We started to record some voices in New York, which is regular voice talent, but you soon realize that New York actors trying to sound like they're from the West,
They just can't pull it off.
They're so obviously from Brooklyn.
Wasn't working.
Right. So we went out to L.A. and did a lot of casting there and recorded hundreds of people in L.A., including when you go into the Mexican portion of the game, it's more Spanish than has ever been recorded for any video game in history, because when you cross the border, you know, in some video games, like especially like the SOCOMs and stuff like that, where the terrorists all sort of speak in that crazy, messed up English, so you always understand when they're yelling at each other. It's like, why would they be yelling to each other in English? This doesn't make any sense. In the Mexican portion of the game, everybody speaks Spanish. So
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You have subtitles?
No.
So in real life, you
so
wouldn't.
it's like a game and Rosetta Stone, which is really cool.
I mean, when you go into the missions and stuff, the people there are speaking English, so you have, you're understanding the sort of cinematic.
But hey,
cutscene.
if you were in Mexico and there was people speaking Spanish, you wouldn't know what the fuck they were saying either.
The people that are just walking down the streets, or if you bump into somebody, they'll curse at you in Spanish. So
that's pretty cool, Lazlow. How much?
Like here with Mars.
I need to know how much does this game cost to make? Do you guys?
Wow.
Do you guys,
I don't know.
Is that number out there?
No, it's not.
I did see a report.
Oh, really?
You could tell me if it's just some gaming blog, but I saw a report that said it cost around $100 million.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you got to imagine, Rockstar San Diego started this 5 years ago. You got to pay salaries.
I alone got $10 million just for the voices
yeah,
I did.
It's fantastic.
So,
I mean, but
really,
I think I think it paid off, and because trying to turn around an open world Western in a year or two, it doesn't make any sense.
How much does it sell for?
$59.99.
Are you guys a little worried? Sorry, Jim.
No. It's 2 or 3 million copies, and you fucking easily got your money back.
Yeah, hope so.
It's
they're hoping to sell a lot more than that.
No, but I mean saying you get
perhaps more than that, Jim.
You guys worried about the video gaming industry? It's been down lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's trending back up.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, everything's been down 20%.
Obviously, you guys are doing a much better job than other gaming companies.
But could we slow that down a little bit? Why is the gaming industry down 20%?
Well,
everyone's too busy on their phones and stuff.
No,
or is it an economy thing?
Yeah, all consumer goods were basically down 20%.
People just don't have that pocket money anymore, or as much of it.
Oh, I like how your ears sort of ring when you
you throw the dynamite if you're a little too close.
Damn. He's just running through. He's just throwing fucking fire on people.
That's fantastic. They're just burning.
What's he running to? A castle? Or a fort?
Yeah, he's heading into a fort.
Castle.
Wow, he is really in a world of shit over here.
Slowing it down. He's targeting somebody.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, is he going to light that fucker up.
Oh, did he blast?
That's slowing it down feature. Wow. That's,
Is he going to Mexico?
I like
it's
it.
really fucking cool.
Yeah, the Deadeye's a lot of fun.
like
Yeah, I want to get him over the border. I want to hear the fucking Spanish.
Are you in? You're in Mexico?
This is Mexico.
Oh, you are in. I'm sorry.
You got any sniper type?
Yep, there is a
missions?
sniper weapon.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, little crosshairs there. Oh, that guy ran away. Bastards. He's trying to get him with the crosshair.
Wow, just took his head off.
That's fantastic. Right through the crosshair, slow motion. The guy's head exploded.
In slow motion.
Oh, is that great?
Wow.
So, this just looks like fun.
The other thing that we did with all the characters in the game, the ambient characters in the world, they don't just sort of walk in circles. They have lives. So Anthony's character will wake up, leave his house, go to the gun shop, and then characters will at quitting time will head off to the saloon or whatever, do some gambling and drinking, and then their character, as the sun goes down, will go home and go to sleep.
Jesus.
And you can watch this happen in the game if you're in the right area. You'll watch him walk home.
Yeah, I mean, if you really
That's
want to follow a person around for the day and watch
Without
him.
the temptation to blast him in the head at some point.
Exactly.
No kidding.
In his mundane day.
A lot of phone calls, Lazlow. Any Easter eggs?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, there
Anything you want to talk about?
There are Easter eggs. Well, there's a few show Easter eggs in there, I'll say. When you go into the general store, pay special attention to some of the brands of stuff. Including, in fact, I had a T-shirt made of one of my very favorite, was the...
Oh, my God.
What does it say?
It's the Peterson and Connor Junior Safety Bicycle Mounted Rifle. Peterson and Connor. Holy shit.
There's newspapers in the game that you can buy. You'll see somebody selling them in the thoroughfare that sort of tell you what's happening and give you clues on stuff that's coming up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool articles that we wrote in there based on real articles from the time about the health benefits of smoking and stuff like that. But there's a lot of the sort of the fake brands and things in there. Also, as you're riding. As it gets sort of twilight in the game and you're riding along, you'll see some guys sitting around a campfire, and they'll say, "Hey, if you want to sit down and hang out," and so your character can make Marston go sit down, and one of them will start telling campfire stories, and there's a few Easter eggs in some of those campfire stories. Yeah.
Cool. What about you guys ever going to do one involving a plane or hijacking? Cause with the graphics, you guys could do an amazing piece with that.
Well, it'd be about an hour-long game, wouldn't it?
Why?
Because you hijack the plane and just smash it into the ground.
Well, no, but I mean, as an element.
Oh, look, I won. I'm dead.
As an element. As an element of the game.
Wait, so this is... So Jim Norton's idea for a game is called Jihad. What is this?
Jihad!
You know what?
Well,
different ways of terrorism, yeah.
In the GTA games, you get in the air. You get in the air and do some stuff.
Yeah. I'm just thinking how cool it'd be to be sucked out
you
of
got a hot air balloon in
graphics.
this?
Yeah,
Turn to the
blast.
No.
1910, 1911, they had hot air balloons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
no hot air.
No hot air balloons.
Oh,
I know they had them.
That's going to ruin sales, right
France
there.
had them in the 1700s.
See, I want to go on a long ride on a horse, and I want to get in a hot air balloon for a little while. Just kind of hang out, check out the horizon.
People asking, is it ever going to be available for PC?
I don't know. Most of our games that we release end up going to PC, but they haven't told me anything.
Yeah.
Typically, you try to release it on platforms that aren't pirated through the nose and try to make your money back first.
There you go.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Well, you can't because it's radio once again.
But
is Pirate Bay still fucking stealing shit, or they've been shut down effectively?
No, I think Pirate Bay's still around. They have
they had to go legit like
that never works.
Napster did. No one ever goes there.
When Napster went legit, it was a boo.
Yeah, it's like I'm never going to Napster.
Right, it's like somebody showed up at the party with a bunch of non-alcoholic beer. Great, awesome, thanks a lot.
Fucking buzzkill that was for all of us.
Is this one of those plunger dynamite things you got going here?
Yes.
Wow.
You can set dynamite and wait for
a little
fellows.
Wagon. Oh wow. You are blowing up some of these.
Yeah, somebody sent me on Twitter why one of the characters' name is Bonnie McFarlane.
Oh, shit.
Which I had nothing to do with, honestly.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God.
She's riding her husband.
No, I did not.
Can you blow up that whole bridge?
I don't believe you can.
Oh.
Some destructible.
I'm having bad luck. Pointing out all the stuff you can't do.
I know, but yours.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But Opie wants to get in a hot air balloon.
I do.
A faggoty game.
Just hang out.
Right.
As long
That
as,
would be cool, though, to have something dangling by the neck from a hot air balloon.
as long as it has a 360,
Scarface
if I could turn 360 degrees around, that would be nice.
Right. Listen to a little Kenny G. What kind of fucking game are you wanting to play?
Can you go in the water and swim?
You're not a very good swimmer in this game. But you do have to cross the river to get into Mexico.
See, that's cool.
Mexico.
Is he going to Mexico now?
I think he's in Mexico.
Yeah, we're in Mexico right now.
Okay.
Yeah, hence the music. The music kind of changes to where you are.
Yeah.
I heard the little Mexican music playing there.
And also what they did, we hired composers that took a lot of instruments from the period, and they composed basically what are stems, like really long stems of music. So we didn't license any cowboy music, we didn't license any Johnny Cash.
Oh, really?
It's all scored.
No Bon Jovi, I'm a cowboy.
Right.
On a steel horse I ride.
It's scored, and what the game will do is it will fly in those musical stems based on what's going. So if you come over a ridge and there's a bunch of bad guys, it'll start flying in stems of music to make it tense.
Oh, that's cool.
So
yeah, like a movie would.
Yeah, that's
exactly
really cool.
like so it feels a lot more cinematic.
You got your own version of Ecstasy of Gold in this movie?
No.
I hope he fails again.
Yeah. Why don't you ask him some other things? Did you guys have a DeLorean when it's filmed?
I'm keeping it.
How about Mets hats?
I'm keeping it within the time period.
Uh-oh.
What do we got
See,
going
these
on
Mexicans, I don't know. The Mexicans took a woman. Jesus Christ.
now? Do you deal with any engines?
You sure this isn't...
There are Native Americans in the game, but it's they're pretty much off the reservation.
By 1910.
By 1910.
Yeah.
We already fucking crucified most of them at
We'd
that
already
point, right?
showed them who was who.
Exactly.
We were the first terrorists. Man. again.
We stopped all their misbehaving.
Yes.
I love seeing those T-shirts, and they sell them in Union
sell
Square and
them
all over the
everywhere.
place that say, the original Homeland Security. And I was like, that's really comforting because they did a great fucking job. They got mowed over.
First people that showed up. That's it.
Exactly.
First people that showed up.
They were lopping each other's fucking scalps off.
Yes. Oh, the Gatling gun. That's great.
Well, I think this game's going to sell a few copies.
Yeah, I like this.
It's out already, right, Lazlow?
Yeah, it came out Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's great, man.
Red
I
Dead
cannot
Redemption.
wait. I am going home, popping this in. Oh, although I do have to speak with my accountant before he... Oh, damn, that's right.
What did you do?
I got an appointment with my accountant. I made an appointment with my accountant today after
Oh, is that
work.
where you go in the room and just roll around in the money?
Yeah. And we laugh.
And the guy says, wow, 100 still can't wrap around your fat cock, Ant. Ant's got a cock that's girthier than a bill.
But I'm going to want to play that. Maybe he can discuss things while I'm playing this.
Well, and we
Or at least
also
setting it up.
We also have the guy down the hall that wants to talk to us after the show today, too.
Yeah, but I have an accountant meeting, so it's got to be quick.
Well, you tell him that.
And I have pool people over.
You tell him that.
Well, I will.
I know you will. All right, well, we'll continue with Lazlow. We're going to take a break. You got a Sambo in front of you?
Yep.
That's not nice.
So we'll
No, it's a
let
sandwich.
Lazlow...
What?
Yeah, it's one
He meant
studio
sandwich.
Lazlow, can we do some tech stuff after the break, even though you're not...
I didn't bring anything, but I'll...
Basic shit.
We'll talk about stuff like the iPad, which I have.
Yeah, we'll talk... Yeah.
Do you hear
I'll
about the
fill you in.
iPad yet?
Why don't we take a
little
break?
bit.
All right, so we got Lazlow in studio. We got Forrest. He's playing Red Dead Redemption as we speak here. And I was asking Lazlow, catching up a little bit. And it's vacation time. This is his last stop before he goes on vacation. So I go, where are you going? He says Croatia.
Yeah. I like places with unexploded shells on the ground so that you can encourage children to walk towards them.
Why not the Caribbean,
Throw
Lazlow?
toys out in the minefield.
Why not the Caribbean?
I don't know.
Hang out, just get a tan,
I like
drink
the-
some fruity drinks.
I like
mellow out.
The Mediterranean's nice, man. They got, good cheese. There's good hash over there.
Why did you decide Croatia? Because of the good hash?
No, I mean, just talking to when I was in Turkey last year.
Istanbul?
Yes.
Me and you, brother. I was there.
It's a pretty dope town.
You go to the Blue Mosque,
I did go to the Blue Mosque.
where they have all sorts of rules.
It
Yes.
needed the money.
You can't go in with your shoes in.
No?
Yeah, you got to take your shoes
Then
off.
I'm not going.
Take your shoes off, and they have all sorts of rules. Did you see the beard hair of Muhammad?
Yes.
The one strand of hair?
Yes.
And people line up for hours?
Dude,
Are you bullshitting me? Because
it's-
I did it.
It's nuts.
Behind the really thick glass, one lousy hair, and people line up for hours to see this thing.
It's and also it's weird when you're walking around that town and and in the afternoon and all of a sudden these weird horns go off and this guy on the horn goes. It's like whoa.
What is it, like the call to prayer thing? Or?
Infatata or something? Yeah, it's like
And wherever you go, they try to sell you a damn rug.
yeah.
Did you buy the
No,
myth?
no.
Okay.
Who wants to haul a fucking rug on a plane?
Right. Wherever you go, they
You
try to.
can buy a rug in New York.
And a lot of poor people come in up to you, running up to you, just trying to get whatever they can from you.
Yeah, the food in Turkey is fantastic, but the people look like there's been a nuclear apocalypse and they've lived. I mean, just like hard, rotund, scraggly motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
Really scary.
Yeah, I mean, the Turks are no fucking around. You
No.
can imagine them a few hundred years ago wearing animal skins and slitting your fucking throat.
Yeah. We were walking around in a little, I don't know, like a little flea market type area. They had a whole bunch of stuff for sale. And I see George Hamilton walk by. A true story. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in the middle of Istanbul in the like almost like the ghetto area? I don't know.
Getting a tan.
But you
of
went
course.
recently to Istanbul?
I went last year, yeah.
See, I went before 9/11. I would be scared to go there, now.
No,
Because, I mean, they got the hardcore Muslims there, all covered up and everything.
well, but it's a secular country, so nobody fucks with you. Yeah, I mean, they do have a border that they share with Iraq, and I was told don't get very near there.
Don't get close to
And
there.
I flew out of an airport near there, and I was texting Anthony, Because when you drive into the airport, it literally looks like something out of fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
I mean, it's just military. There was anti-aircraft guns as you drive into the airport. I was like, well, this is fucking relaxing. And then our plane is starting to taxi, and a MiG jumps in front of us and takes off in front of us.
Wow.
It's like brilliant.
So you weren't in Istanbul for 2 weeks. You were in Turkey for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
you traveled the southern border in the buses with the people.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
You weren't
stinky.
scared at all?
No.
Bet.
No.
Huh. Did you go to any of the islands?
No, I didn't. But
'Cause they got some beautiful islands.
you travel the southern coast there, and there's like chapters of the Bible written around that shit.
Yeah,
Council of Lycia,
That's some old world stuff.
old school shit.
Yeah.
There's right around there where Revelations was written. My chick's like, "You want to go check that?" I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm all right.
I read the chapter. Not a very uplifting book.
So you don't want to end up in prison there.
No.
Well,
Because we all know about Midnight Express.
Right.
yeah. What was the coolest thing you did in Turkey?
Snorkeling. Actually, snorkeling.
Why?
Because
You
there's
could do that in the Caribbean.
No, because there was a earthquake like a couple thousand years ago, and a lot of the ruins sunk. So you can actually snorkel through all sorts of crazy Greek and Roman ruins.
Wow, that's fucked
Why didn't
up.
you go the distance and do a little scuba diving?
I don't know. It's more work to actually snorkel.
You don't like diving?
No, I mean I like free diving. I'll go down 30 or 40 feet, but I just don't have an air tank.
Oh, you're that good?
Yeah.
How long could you stay underwater with a snorkel? I mean, the snorkel means nothing.
Right.
I understand that, but
I don't know, minute and a half.
nah, come on.
Yeah.
That's damn impressive.
Laszlo's a surfer.
No, I know
So
that.
he's in the water a lot.
All right, so now Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia.
What are you gonna do in Croatia?
I'm just going island hopping. You hop on these crazy
Did you know
ferries.
there was a lot of islands in Croatia?
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
No, it's right across from Italy. Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like
Full of Croats.
Yeah, you can basically get like a house on the beach for like $130 a night.
Really?
Yeah, it's dope.
Pert cheap.
Yep.
Is it a party town?
Don't know.
You don't know much about it?
No,
going?
I'm just going.
Laszlo's an adventurer. I'm just selling you on that.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lazlow is. He goes to all kind. He just
I say-
travels the globe.
I go to the same goddamn islands every year in the Caribbean. I got to start doing something different.
I'm one of these days. I want to take that field trip to Germany. Laszlo's been to Germany.
I've
quite
put
a few
together
times, so
I put together a tour
quite the itinerary.
that Anthony and I are going to take together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. it's-
We're going to fly Lufthansa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you really going to
Yeah.
do this someday?
Yeah.
We've already, I've got the whole agenda together. We just got to coordinate our schedules.
Yeah. I want to take that time off
Book
and go there.
yeah, book it and do it.
Go to Germany.
So you're ready for a vacation, huh?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I
You're
mean,
done,
like,
burnt.
You've been nonstop with
yeah.
this game now.
I mean, the guys at Rockstar San Diego are taking like a month off. Well, fucking deserved. You know,
Wow.
people have been working like bastards to make this game come
shut
out.
the doors, lock them, and say, "We'll be back in a month.
Right,
Leave us
exactly.
alone."
By the way, thanks on the congratulations.
Oh, dude, that's yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, good. Oh yeah, you had a baby. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry. And last night I said, I should definitely thank Opie for having a child. And then I came in and all I heard from Steve C. down the hall is about the glories and trials of parenthood.
Steve,
3 weeks in.
had my first.
See-
Opie's ripping me off.
Yeah. See, Steve is being the guy I don't want to be. I'm not bragging. I'm not showing a million
Fat.
pictures. I'm not bringing the kid in here. I'm not like telling people how great it is. I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
And
well,
I bring little tidbits to the show when I think it might be interesting to people. That's it. That's me.
Yeah. Well, but are you officially done with your past life? Well, you didn't really hang out with your friends before anyway. So, I mean, because that's what happens when people have kids. They just sort of.
Well,
Yeah,
they take the train to Lameville for 18 years, and then after that they start swinging. You gonna start swinging?
The train
No,
to
see-
Lameville and then swinging.
No,
That's
see,
fantastic.
I'm an old father. I'm that guy. I did it all. I'm in a good place right now. I'm happy. Real happy, actually.
That's great.
Yeah. What can I tell you?
It's getting really warm and fuzzy in here. Can we?
I know. Are you Lazlow ever?
Nah.
Make it sound like
you're one of those
climbed
guys?
Everest.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of feels like that sometimes.
I am-
Anthony.
No, I mean I've done it all. I'm through.
Right.
Oh no!
How many years do we just spend with our asses in this chair telling dick jokes?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, if we could like lighten up the schedule a little bit, maybe we can get some more adventures.
Get some adventure like Lazlow
into our lives
all over the world.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm not done with exploring and all that shit, but I mean, I'm at a good place. So let's move on. See, this is the type of thing Steve would get excited about and talk about for another 20 minutes.
This is my priority now.
Food and men.
I'm a gatherer.
It's great. We were watching Forrest. You can go hunt in Red Dead, and he was chasing a bear.
He sure was
down the.
And the bear was kicking his ass for a little bit.
Now this town looks a little different. Is this more like one of the first quote cities?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
this is more modern.
More
Yeah,
modern.
it's more of sort of a Kansas City, Chicago kind of vibe. It's more in the northeastern section of the map.
Yeah, look at that. There's kind of a uniform,
it's more developed.
cop-looking thing, and then some telegraph wires and gas lamps and things like that, as opposed to the real kind of skanky old west towns.
Yeah.
Cobblestone streets.
And then we came across a camp that was filled with hermits. You were telling us?
Oh, it's a cannibal. There's a guy.
One guy is a cannibal.
A guy sitting there
apparently.
eating some people that he had come across, and then he tries to eat you.
Wow.
Yes. It just never ends.
Yeah, the bear scene was great. It took a while to take down the bear.
Right.
Well, people in town don't like you. Wow.
Hey, Lazlow, while we have you here, maybe a little tech talk. I know you're not prepared for it, but you're always on
I was
the up
never
and up.
prepared for it when I was prepared for it anyway.
Anthony got the iPad yesterday or a couple days ago. He said he wouldn't, and he finally got it.
No, it was a gift. It was a gift from the wonderful people of
well,
Mohegan
you send
Sun.
that back and say, I don't want
They
the
sent
iPad.
me an iPad. I'm not going to send
Send
it
it
back.
back and say, look, I want something else. I don't like
Is
the
it
iPad.
branded?
It just showed up. It was I registered it under my name and everything, and there it is. I have an iPad. So
Well, Lazlow's giving you that look. You're not a fan of the iPad, Lazlow?
No, I think having a large iPhone's awesome.
I've been futzing around with it, and I do like reading web pages off of it. That's really cool. I can do it on my computer, obviously, but to be able to kind of just lean back on the couch, dude, boom, you got your pages, boom, your coffee. No, and scroll through websites. It's easier than a mouse for some stupid reason.
I love hearing a gunfight going on while you're describing it.
I know.
It's
It's
perfect.
just, these guys are being mowed down.
He just shot a cop in the knees and feet.
Like, I like that. The game apps are a lot better to play on it because it's bigger. It's just a lot more fun that way. I've been playing this game called Cogs, and you got to fucking move cogs and steam pipes around to make things work. It gives you a little thing like get the big wheel to turn, and you got to figure out the puzzle. Like, I like puzzle games like that. That's kind of cool. The video is great.
Yeah, the video looks amazing.
I have Netflix on it. So the other day, I was in bed the other night, and I just popped on Fargo, see what it looks like.
You had to hold it the whole time, though.
No, you know
or
what I
did
did?
you prop it up
You
against a
prop it up.
pillow or something?
I kind of just put my comforter and bunched it up and just leaned it against there. I'm laying down sideways watching it, and it sounded great. Streaming from Netflix.
I got my Kindle, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and it's got, book reader.
Yeah, the nice thing
Raider.
about the iPad though is it came just in time to make the publishers, the book publishers, back off because they were getting really moody with Amazon and the Kindle because and this is what's always frustrated me about books. Books should not cost $28 or whatever the fuck when a book comes out. It's ridiculous. And so Amazon, like Apple, said, we're going to sort of set some of the structure here. Books should be like $14, $10, $7.
Uh-oh, Jimmy's getting mad.
And the and the publishers pushed back, but then the iPad came along, and they're going for the same sort of revenue model as well, which I think it's great. I mean, electronic books, I'm really not all that into them, but
Why?
There is less production cost, though. Like, if you do an electronic book, I mean, the cost of producing books, there's no cost to electronics, so they should charge less for them because you're not costing the same.
It's not a printer and, binding. You have to bind a book.
Yeah, or glue.
Make a spine.
Or shipping costs.
Yeah.
We're shelving costs.
One thing I don't like, though, it is very expensive to burn iPads. As you see horrible Jewish writings.
Right,
it's very hard to throw them into a big pile.
And hopefully it'll... Let's start an iPad burning.
Yeah.
iPad burning.
Why don't we do that?
Hopefully it'll set up some kind of situation where newspapers can actually make some money off their content because, you know, newspapers are going broke,
done.
which is
I
a
know.
bad thing for journalism.
But that's the problem with the Kindle. You can't get... they only have a few newspapers you can get.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
They don't really have a lot. They really don't.
You know what, though? You go to fucking
I don't know why.
various sites, and you really don't need the
Yeah,
newspapers.
but you know what? On the go...
I know, but you go to newspaper websites, and a lot of the news sites just aggregate from newspapers. It's like somebody's got to go research and write those stories.
Yeah, that is true. They got to figure out how to get out of that paper thing and just have electronics. I mean, you're gonna still get the poor old bastards that's gonna be, where's my newspaper?
Well, I would like
I
to
don't know
know
how to
why
work
some of these
anything.
newspapers haven't embraced the Kindle and the iPad.
Because they're run by people that are 115 years old.
It's a fad.
I mean, we used to live in Boston, and every once in a while I want to read the Boston Herald. Last I checked, they don't have it available for the Kindle. I would fucking just download that every once in a while, and they would make my money.
Yeah, you pay for it?
Yeah, it's like 25. The ones they have there, it's like 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever it is. It's nothing. But that would add up for these guys.
And people have become accustomed to everything on the internet being for free, and I don't think it's going to last forever because people got to make money somehow. Though, have you noticed that you can't watch Dick All on like any videos anymore without having to sit through a goddamn 30-second commercial?
So frustrating.
Fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
And you can't, and you used to be
Can't
able to just
forward it,
drag and
yeah.
fast forward it.
Can't do
Not any
shit.
longer.
They have the
can't-
countdown clock, though, to keep you in there.
You
It's like,
can't mute it. You can't slide it. You can't do shit.
Your video will start in 17 seconds. Great, thanks.
And how long before it's a lot longer than that?
Yeah.
You know, they could run, if you want to see a
Oh,
video
my God,
bad enough,
please, no.
they could run commercials like they do on a TV show.
They're experimenting. It's kind of like your theory, Ant. They're just turning on the heat.
Yeah, turn up the heat a little bit.
Seeing how much we're going to
they'll
take.
See how much these people will take, and then we'll
You're
really
right.
fuck them.
One of those freaking videos that goes viral, why not put 5 minutes in front of it?
Yeah, you'll sit there, or you'll get up and walk away like you do on TV.
Yeah, but it's hard to find an advertiser that wants to put their commercial on the front of somebody sitting on a glass jar and breaking it with their asshole.
Opie
not
Anthony
the
Preparation
show.
H.
It's not the only viral video, Lazlow.
But let's be honest. That's what I love about advertisers. They're like, let's create a viral video that gets passed around. It's like, unless somebody's getting fist fucked
Yeah, no one wants
or they're
to
blowing
see.
a horse, they're not
Well-
going to pass around your stupid fake viral video that you made.
And they always look fake, right?
Stone kid coming home from the dentist. That's pretty
Terrific.
funny. And little English kid getting his finger bitten.
Charlie.
Charlie,
Ah, Charlie.
that hurt.
That hurt.
Why? That is so funny is beyond me.
I never saw
but
it.
it is so fucking funny.
It's one of the
You know
most
that,
classic
it's
viral
just
the
videos
guy
of
that-
all time.
the guy that punched the black kid on the bus.
Yeah.
He,
Black kid, that guy was 51.
What? Was he?
Yes,
Whatever.
the black guy was 51.
The Oakland thing?
Yeah.
I was an old man.
He's the guy that punched him. It's driving him crazy. He's getting all these phone calls from racists across the nation, like, "Good job, man!
Yeah, you done did
you
good."
So he's been having a very stressful life since that incident. He tried to shave his beard off. He was also getting harassed by some black groups.
Really?
Yes.
Because he beat a guy up who was talking shit?
So
You do realize you live in America, right, Jimmy? I mean, people just have a problem with that type of thing.
The guy
I mean,
was
you're
an
right,
ass.
but
Guy was giving him shit, and he got his
Comeuppance.
he got his comeuppance.
that big
old
beard
man.
man.
Got what was coming to him.
Whatever. All right. What else you got in tech? Anything? Not to
Gatling
put you
gun.
on the spot, but anything that's. Where are we going with the phone technology? Is it always going to be about the iPhone, or are we going to have some legitimate choices out there?
It's interesting to me to see Verizon actually trying to battle the iPhone, and there's a lot of people that love that droid.
Yeah.
But I mean, Verizon for so long, their operating systems and their phones were completely frustrating because you couldn't do anything from the outside world in it.
Yeah.
Which is as much as people hate the iPhone, they at least broke that fucking mentality and said, you know what, let people develop apps, let them surf the net, don't nickel and dime them for every bit that they download.
Right. Yeah.
And I think, consumers are a lot better for it. But I wonder, are people really developing apps for the Droid versus the iPhone? And the Droid is now, they're claiming that they've got a bigger install base than the iPhone.
Really?
Which I don't see how that could be.
I can't even believe that.
A bigger what?
Install base.
Yeah, I don't...
Droid's popular, though. I have the iPhone app. My iPhone app, I've gotten a lot of requests for the Droid. That's the one people are like, get one for the Droid, get one for the Droid.
Tell them to go fuck themselves.
I can't.
Tell them to get a goddamn
No.
iPhone.
No.
What does your iPhone app do?
Everything!
Really? Can I do my finances in there?
I'd prefer it if you did. No, it's actually just to connect to me and my dates and all that stuff and Twitter.
It's all about you.
Of course.
But does it entertain me as an app?
I don't know. It's $1. What do you want? It's got
You're really selling this.
That's got ringtones and sounds and stuff like that. But people usually charge for ringtones. They get like 16 ringtones for free. So fuck the whole world.
Fuck them all.
Can I please read a instant feedback from a dummy, Anthony? Please.
Oh.
Please. Matt in Virginia. Hey, Ope, since when is 132 newspapers and 75 U.S. newspapers available for the Kindle? Not that many. Sorry they're missing one Boston newspaper you want. Try the Boston Globe, which is on there. No, I want to read the Boston Herald, and that's why I have a problem with the amount of newspapers that are available for the Kindle, you dope.
Try the Phoenix.
If I wanted to read the Boston Globe, I would have said I want to read the Boston Globe. I want the fucking Boston Herald for the Kindle. That's the one I used to read.
You'll get the Boston Globe and like it.
The Boston Globe is too highbrow.
Yeah, that is. That's like the New York
highbrow.
What? It's like their version of the New York Times.
It's like the New York Times and the New York Post. Yeah.
Is highbrow to you, or they actually put in parentheses how to pronounce the things?
It's any newspaper that has the columnist's picture done in stipple print.
Stipple?
That's where it looks like they're drawn in
I would
little
have just
dots.
said in dots.
It's called stipple.
Why do you have to say stipple and make us all look stupid?
Stipple.
He likes making us all look stupid.
Don't squeeze the shaman, Mr. Stipple.
No. Oh, shit. That was Mr. Whipple.
Any other tech stuff there, Lazlow? You're done with that. You're tired, man. You just want to go to Croatia. Are you leaving for the airport right after this?
No, I'm going on Ron and Fez for a bit, and then heading to Croatia. But
Are you really?
Yeah.
For what?
Here we
were
go.
just talking about that. He's vacationing in Croatia.
He's going there for a couple weeks.
War-torn country. Good vibe.
He figured 2 legs. I don't need them.
Jimmy doesn't really go on vacations.
Not places in the middle of a civil war. No.
That was a few years ago.
Who are you going with?
My chick.
Does she want to go there?
Yeah.
She Croatian?
No, she's Polish.
He goes to crazy places. He was in Turkey last year.
You like Jonathan? My manager's
ago.
like that. He goes to nutty places.
No, listen, I don't go to... He goes to stupid places.
Yeah, like
who goes to
African,
Afghanistan?
Somalia.
And that's insane.
Turkey could be scary. Come on.
Yeah.
I know you're saying...
No, dude, you can go to cities in Turkey that... everybody's British. The Brits have invaded the south of Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's towns that...
Still remnants of the empire?
Yes, it's all fish and chips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually have tourism advertisements for Turkey here on TV. I've seen them. They don't have it for, Mogadishu, Somalia. You never see a tourism
Any place
spot
you have to
for
get
that.
shots to go to.
Yeah, I don't like that whole getting shots, and a lot of them.
Yeah, any place that 25% of the people have AIDS, I don't go.
25%.
Right.
It's like 50 over there.
Exactly.
You're one step below that, though, Lazlow.
What do you mean?
You're pretty close to going to places where you need shots.
Oh, yeah.
Croatia.
Yeah.
Is it all put together?
No, it's a pretty
No,
civilized
you could get
place.
shot there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very civilized. A member of the parliament is Mirko Krokop. He's a member of the parliament.
Really?
He's a fucking MMA kickboxer.
Good. Kick some ass.
Nice. I had in the midst of working on Red Dead for a while, I had a warrant out for my arrest, which was kind of entertaining.
Really?
Yeah. Which the thing about having a warrant out for your arrest is it doesn't really hit home until you're driving drunk. Because you're like,
Yeah.
wow, this could end poorly.
Yeah, I'm really taking a chance.
Because You think sometimes if you've got a bit of a buzz on and you're driving, like, I may be able to talk my way out of this, or he won't smell that I stink like a fucking six-pack of tall boys. But as soon as he runs that fucking driver's license and sees that you've got a warrant, you're donezy.
Step out of the vehicle, sir.
Yeah, because, I was supposed to go to some court dates, but we had to work late on the game, so I kind of missed them. They get a bit moody about that.
You're not supposed to miss those.
Why'd you have to go to court, though? Or you don't want to say?
Well, I was sort of fighting. I got into an argument with an enforcement officer type person.
Oh, my God.
Fight?
Well, no, not a fight.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was sort of in Long Beach, they've got these cops that aren't really cops, but they can issue things that get you in a lot of trouble.
Trustees?
Yeah, and so, I was...
Those dumb tickets for doing dumb things?
Yeah, it was like I was running with my dog.
Right.
And he said, you can't have your dog on the beach. And then I sort of said some things about his line of work and how much he makes. And next thing you know, he's calling me in on the radio and citing me for a bunch of shit.
And the problem is they could call in the real cops.
Yeah.
That's what's so frustrating.
And instead of paying it, I'm like, I'm going to go fight that. I'm going to make his fat ass show up in court.
Yeah.
And then my fat ass fucking didn't go to court.
Lazlow, I live right on the Hudson River, right? And they have a pier, and you do a lot of bike riding up and down the river, and there's this long pier where you want to go out in the middle of the Hudson River, basically. I was riding my bike on there once, and all hell broke loose. I'm like, what's the problem with being on your bike?
And that's what I love. The people that are citing you for exercising are always fat fucks.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like
I wasn't even like riding my bike hard. It's easier to just stay on the seat instead of walk your bike. So, and I was probably going the exact same speed if I was walking my bike. Oh, but this woman who just loves her authority and her power
and probably had an ass
to
you
make
could show a fucking movie on.
Yep. How to make my life a living hell, and then she's giving me an extra ticket because I don't have ID on me. Because you're supposed to have ID on you at all times.
Oh, you are.
So I had two pink fucking citations.
Yeah, I didn't have ID. Yeah, I didn't have ID on me. That's the other thing that bugs me. You don't have ID. Yeah, I don't fucking carry ID with me.
Well, what if you're Mexican? Kick you out. Gotta carry your papers.
So is the dog incident over with?
Well, yeah, I sort of paid money to make it go away.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
But,
throw money
boy,
but you shouldn't have been in that predicament to begin with.
I know.
Because what the fuck was your dog doing on the beach? I mean, really, bothering who?
Exactly. But then, I'd be driving home after a party or something, and I'm like, man, fuck it. I got a warrant out for my arrest. I'm driving drunk. And you start humming Johnny Cash songs and shit. You're like, yeah, I kind of feel like a badass right now.
Oh, no.
You're like, no, this is going to end with me paying a lot of fucking money through the nose.
That's when you just put on cruise control. And
cruise control? Take a nap?
Get in the right lane.
Yeah.
And just drive the speed limit. No weaving.
Cruise control.
Don't be silly.
That's a little dangerous.
Why?
Because then you're thinking, I don't have to pay too much attention.
No. Cruise control is to take care of the speed. Now there's one less thing you got to think of. So now you can just concentrate on your surroundings and keeping the wheel straight.
Yeah.
You ever do that one where you close your right eye?
If you have to close one eye, you're
in
way
trouble.
too far gone.
You're in trouble.
I have never had to close one eye.
I can't remember the last time I had to close an eye.
Because that is way out of bounds.
No, close one eye and roll all the windows down.
I've had to roll the windows down just to stay awake.
Yeah.
Stay awake. But, yeah, if you're closing one eye because you're seeing double, you should not be in that car, man. Oof. I mean, there's a difference between blowing a .09, which technically is drunk.
And thinking two officers are harassing you when it's only one.
Yeah, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You blow a .09 or .08, .09, which is legally drunk, you can function. Believe me, it is no problem. But if you're fucking around with a .15, .17, shit like that, now you're into that. You should not be fucking driving. I still think the legal limit should be .1. I don't think it should be .08. .08's too fucking low. It's a couple of beers on an empty stomach. Yeah, you got a little buzz on? You're feeling good. You're kind of happier. But it's not impairing your judgment to fucking get from the brake to the gas and the gas to the brake and just stop it. Stop it.
Yeah,
0.08 to .1.
Why did they do that anyway?
It's one of those things. I think the federales got involved and said, if you want your fucking highway money...
That's the way they always do it.
Yeah. Oh, you could set your speed limit at 100. We don't care. By the way, no federal highway funding. So you're pretty much muscling, you mob tactics to keep me doing what you want me to do. Oh, states have their rights. Yeah, state rights. Yeah, that's fine. But we're not going to give you any of the federal money. Oh, thanks. Great. Fuck yourself.
Yeah, that car doesn't have a horse attached to it in the game.
What's good?
What is
I
that?
think it's in the front.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't see it.
There's no horse.
Oh, no, it is.
It's a fucking horseless carriage.
It is.
Holy shit, you can almost hear the engine, yeah.
Well, I haven't seen this mission. Is this toward the end of the game?
Hold on.
Wow.
Go ahead, Forrest.
This is later in the game. It's you're in a truck in the more modern city.
So you're in the bed of the truck with the Gatling gun.
Yeah, there's
they're throwing fire at you. Oh, you just got clipped.
It's really not good to encourage people to drive drunk.
No.
They got to figure it out for themselves.
But .08.
God, and the days of the punishment being you had to pour your beer out in front of them. God damn, I miss those.
Yeah. Pour your beer out. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
You'd argue that one.
Yeah.
We just bought these.
Come on.
That's right when Bud Ice came out. I was like, come on. This stuff costs extra.
It's a Bud Ice.
It's
man.
ice brewed, which I don't understand because brewing beer, you're boiling it, but whatever the fuck.
Can I just finish this one?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'll go right home.
What happened to Bud Ice?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Still around?
I don't think so. Maybe in some places.
For
For the most part, I don't think so.
And I've said it 1,000 times, they should have the drunk driving license, where you take a special, they could charge you money, whatever they need to do, where you take a special road test, where you drink, they breathalyze you, and you drive through a course. And then your license has a rating of what blood alcohol level you are legally allowed to drive with, as opposed to, because some people react to alcohol a lot different than others.
Yeah, sometimes they just take their panties off.
So, exactly. And other people are fine and dandy at all kinds of levels. So what you do is, it's this thing, it costs a lot of money, so that, and you could drive through it, and you keep blowing into the breathalyzer, the higher it gets, whatever, as long as you're able to get through the course. And then your license is stamped with a, 0.12, let's say. And then if you get pulled over and you're 0.1, you're free to go because you're good for a .12.
Now, are you hoping a legislator is going to take you up on this?
Who the fuck would commit political career suicide pushing that legislation?
And another thing, I want to lower the age of consent.
Now that I like too. That's a good one.
That's a really crummy idea.
Jimmy,
that's crummy.
Why don't you like it? You're a killjoy.
I like how Anna's trying to do anything other than not drink and drive. Why don't they just make rubber clothes to put people in so if I hit them, they bounce?
Exactly. Bubble wrap.
Bumper cars for everyone, right?
Whatever happened to your I'm not drinking thing? Because when I was over your house last, you were drinking.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, no, during the week, I'm very good.
And what is it about when people quit stuff? They always got to tell you, I'm not smoking. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah. Tell me when you're smoking again.
Right. I haven't had a drink in 2 days. I don't care. Stop pushing your problems on me.
No, during the week is because working out. It's very difficult to work out and drink, so that and it defeats its own purpose.
Yeah.
No, it defeats its purpose. The purpose. So, but the weekends are still woohoo, yay!
Are you drinking more on weekends to make up for the fact you're not drinking during the week?
Exactly.
That's usually what happens, right?
And now the house is being summarized.
Yes.
Summarization is
just the rotating bastions of huas coming through.
Yes, that's what we need. Rotating huas.
I love when I text Anthony, and 3 days later I text him again, and I'm like, "Did you get my message?" He's like, "It gets mixed in with whore email." With whore mail, I have whore mail coming in, and I was thinking,
you got whore mail,
right? I started to get offended, and I was like, "Wait a second! If I'm getting text from whores, and I see something come in from Anthony, I'm like, whatever, dude."
No. Lazlow will always get through. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, Ange. No, the pool guys didn't come yesterday. They're supposed to come today. They were behind schedule because of the rain. I shan't have it. I shan't have it.
Well, why don't we, by the way, that sound that we're hearing, This is what it's like to be Anthony. When you're just sitting there in the quiet, that's what you hear.
I didn't even know the game was on.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
it's just background noise.
Thought it was my.
You know what? I thought we talked about everything in this game.
feel at home.
This is cool as hell, man. It's underground in a mine
yeah.
shaft.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's
How
in a mine.
cool is this?
Oh, that's cool. It gives
Yeah.
you almost that labyrinthy feeling.
Also,
Can you jump on one of those, what are they called? Mine shaft
carts.
vehicles?
Yeah, you can.
Like Dr. Jones in Short Round.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh,
there's also some nice multiplayer bits where you run through the mines.
oh, that guy! You shot the gun out of his hand and shot him in the chest.
Wow, very cool. Look at that.
Oh, this guy's
Look at the
whimpering.
detail in the mine.
Up.
Well, he'll.
Red Dead
Won't see
Redemption.
him no more.
Out now, PS3, Xbox 360.
Right.
Yes.
All right, Lazlow, should we get you out of here? What do you want to do?
Well, he's hanging out till.
I'll hang.
Fez.
All right, you'll hang. Hey, we're hanging with our old friend Lazlow. Sorry about the Red Dead Redemption audio in the background during the commercials.
I could make the commercials.
Mars set up the
better.
studio differently today, I think, so I just assumed that wasn't going to bleed in, but
Yeah, we were playing
whatever.
Five Finger Fillet in the game. You know that game where you... I guess I tried it after I saw Aliens, where you take the knife
Yeah.
and you try to pop between your...
Between your fingers without hitting your fingers.
It always ends really poorly.
Yeah. You do good right up until you don't. That's pretty much what that game is.
Lazlow made some notes during the break. He wants to call out Erock and Sam, I'm hearing.
So
Sam better get his ass down here.
I mentioned the worst of the week countdown. Now, the channel used to, on the weekends, have full shows. But now we've got sort of the headline news Cliff Notes version of the show, right?
Yeah.
and so
by the way, you would think we would run our own channel. We really don't, because if it was up to us, and I wish it was, we would have some fine live programming on the weekends, and you would be one of those shows, Lazlow.
Well,
I mean, it's no secret. Patrice would be one of those shows, certainly, and,
Yes.
and a few others. Bill Burr, if we could get him, but I don't know. They just don't want to spend money on anybody.
But so I mentioned the
anybody.
I mentioned the worst of the week countdown, and Opie instantly said, "Yeah, we don't listen to it."
I've never heard it.
The precisely here's the Opie and Anthony show.
I just asked Sam every once in a while, did it sound good? He goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, that's good enough for me.
Starring Jim Norton. Many fine bits during the week. However, it's now become the best appearances of Sam and Erock counted down
Oh, boy.
every week.
I will put
Wait,
any.
what?
I'll put any worst of the week countdown lineup, and you tell me any bit that didn't appear that should have appeared.
You can, but it's obvious that none of the executive talent on the show vote on what gets put
But
on.
that was made clear. Every show we say Sam and Erock choose because nobody else bothers.
Bothers.
I mean, nobody wants to.
No, Lazlow, I would love to beat him up for that, but
Nobody wants
he's
the
right.
job, so Sam
they
and
beat us
Erock
down
get to...
so much. It's better just to walk away from this place as quickly as possible.
And then they introduce them, and they say, here's a really funny bit that stars both me and Erock.
Yes.
Jesus,
So they're
is that what they're
sabotaging
doing?
this whole thing and turning it into the Sam and Erock channel. Is that what you're saying, Lazlow?
Yes.
There's no sabotage, but if Erock and Sam are going to do the weekend show for free, it's going to be highlighting
Wait.
Erock and Sam.
Wait, the show for free, aren't you salaried?
To produce the Opie and Anthony show. I'm not salary as an air talent.
Yeah, they're always giving extra work out.
Producers produce air
I have to
talent.
I have to defend him on that one too.
But you're happy to do that faggoty airshift pop thing or whatever you're doing?
Yeah, because I'm on it.
But you're on this too.
Right,
Are
so
you
I can
getting
put myself on it.
Are you getting paid for that other thing?
No, but I can say whatever I want.
Well, you obviously say whatever you want on this too.
Precisely.
But and here's the other thing that they do when they introduce the bit. Since you guys don't listen, when they introduce part of the
I'm learning something.
the
today.
joy of comedy is surprise. You know, the amazing
Yes.
one of the amazing one-liners of Jim Norton. Thank you. These guys, before they play the clip, will tell you everything funny that happens in the fucking clip.
I have heard that.
So
I have heard that.
So basically, what they're saying is two Jews are approaching a bar, which is not a big deal since they are the owners. Hear the clip. I mean, you're like,
Yes. Yes.
all right, I got it.
Why are you just
Exactly.
staring at Jimmy, Lazlow?
No, because he was talking.
Oh, okay.
That's polite.
Yes.
But he understands what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's giving away the
So,
punchline.
so they
So,
give away
but-
all the punchlines to the bits.
So you'll maybe have 10 segments, and 5 of them, typically in the top 5, are either Erock or you?
Well, I mean, since Erock and I are the ones voting, I personally feel like the ones that I'm involved in deserve to be right up there.
But you guys are each $30,000 a year talent, and these are $1 million a year
But they're
talent.
on there too.
But yeah. But it's always about you, is what I'm saying. You could make it about them.
Well, are you complaining? What are you complaining about? That they're not voting? Complain to them.
Well, your job is not to push your agenda.
I personally hate countdowns. I lost that battle. I don't even want a countdown.
Is your point?
I really don't. I want live programming on the weekends, and I want the company to do the right thing and pay these guys because they're very talented and would keep the audience during the weekends.
Is your point, Lazlow, that you think that if Sam has...
I cared what the fuck I had to say, but that's okay.
That's not that I didn't care what you had to say. It was just...
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Nothing.
So it starts Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's the worst of the week countdown.
See, what I see is
Yes.
you put on this show. No one else wants to bother with the countdown aspect of it. I don't really care about the countdown thing. I think number 10 is just as good as number 2. It's just as good as 5 and 1. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
But the Lazlow does make a good point when he says that the over-explaining of the bit is a bit much. I have heard that.
Well,
the banter, the back-and-forth banter.
Hey, do you want a countdown?
Yeah, we were asked to do this.
I wouldn't care.
Why don't you care?
No, I wouldn't care if it's a countdown or it's just...
But wouldn't it make more sense to
shows,
keep live programming going during the weekends?
Live programming would be the best, but
and we were doing that, and I know
that's
it was
impossible.
It was successful though. These little, I was going to say little shows. That's not nice, but these shows like Lazlow and Patrice were doing.
Yeah, but
they had
out of the
audiences.
question. I would love to have that. That's what I would love.
So what's the problem?
There's no one down the hall that wants to give any money. So we have to do these countdown things.
And also, every other break, you're not giving their Twitters. You're giving your Twitters.
Correct. Yes. That's another thing. And how come one of the promos switched our Twitters for yours?
Me and Erock like to play games.
Is that it? It's
they also joke
you
about
can reach Anthony and then it goes to like Erock's Twitter.
Well, they also joke about Steve getting fired every week.
Yeah, we call Steve gay, fat, and fired every week.
they're basically doing a show within a countdown show.
Exactly.
And that's Twitter, I think that's Lazlow's point.
That Twitter promo changed before Christmas. That's been running, so thanks for listening.
Erock and me decided several months ago. I'm glad Lazlow finally brought this up. That we were just going to start.
You're not.
That we were just going to start doing stuff until somebody told us to stop because
it's really not the way.
Nobody's listening.
No, people are listening on the weekend.
And Eric and me get lots of compliments from fans when we ask.
Oh, do you?
Do you?
Absolutely.
So basically, you're saying
to see some of those.
Well, I could print them out.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, Twitter responses.
Lazlow, you don't like the fact that Sam is technically correct, that since they're voting, they get to choose, but you don't like the fact that just because he's voting doesn't mean it should be a self-promotion. You're saying that he's taking advantage of the fact that he's
I can
voting.
tell that they're voting because it's the whole weekend's about Sam and Erock. And a lot of times I'm busy during the week and I don't get to hear. It's like, oh, great, I get to hear another segment of Sam.
See, now, if that isn't what I think is, or you think is really one of the top 10 things, maybe you're being a little biased because you're.
And here's a concept. How about you let the fucking listening audience vote? Why don't you list the segments and let them vote?
Now.
Because we have to get it done. We have to do it on Friday. When are they going to vote?
Yeah.
And we didn't come up with the concept.
They can vote during the week.
But how are they going to vote for Friday? What if Friday is the number one bit?
Like
Sam's getting a little plucky.
Yeah.
Like
well, I mean,
this whole thing.
Hold on, like you when we learned that you got a circumcision at the age of 19.
Yeah,
that's
does that
obviously
mean that's
gonna
not going to make the top
That's
5?
obviously going to be on the countdown. But after that bit plays the first time on our show, then you would know the bits people like because the reaction would be pretty high, right? So they could vote during the week.
Well,
I mean, but something has to be set up for that. That's out of our hands.
And there's no more website. I've had a child. You understand? There's no time for websites and logos.
But now that you said that's not
Foundry diapers.
But isn't it somebody's job then to go, well, that isn't set up. That would be a good idea. Let me go ahead and set that up.
I'm not a web designer. I can't design.
I don't mean a web designer. I mean like to say, all right, we got to figure out how the audience can give us their feedback as to what is the best bid or what they enjoyed the most and get it to us. Who would you approach with that problem?
How about approaching Twitter? Opie does it all the time. You'll see Opie tweet and say, hey, what about this? Let's comment about this. And stuff floods in. All you'd have to do is tweet on Friday morning, hey, guys, what do you vote for the best segments of the week?
Yeah, but then you get from the audience, it's like, oh, that line Jim had Tuesday about his cell phone, that should be number one.
Well, I guess unless they're Erock and Sam bits.
Why can't one of the bits be just one line from Jim Norton? Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be you.
Here's one line from Jim Norton, and here's what it was.
In 8th place this week is this line from Jim Norton. That'd be great.
But if other people...
you should do that as a goof anyway. That'd be hilarious.
If other
Throw out
people
all the rules.
wanted to work on the show, we haven't been exclusive about it. I mean, we're not...
Does anyone supervise you guys with the countdown?
They just tell us to do it.
I've had a child. You don't understand.
Yes, very
busy. There's other guys that should
They say we don't
really
tease the
them.
material enough.
Yeah, the intros.
Who likes countdowns? Who's bringing
We were
that
told to
idea
do
was
a
this?
countdown.
Music
We were told
channels.
to do the intros. These are things that we've been told to do,
Wasn't
so we
that
make
the
the
thing
best
that,
out
like,
of it.
satellite radio was supposed to get away from was the traditional radio bullshit.
Yes,
and the
XM was-
countdown is one of the most hack traditional radio things ever.
We didn't come up with the idea.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not blaming you for
Okay.
that. No way.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't come up with the idea. You just somehow turned it to be all about yourself.
But I've never made any secret about that. We intro the bits and say, yeah, this is here because I'm in it.
And what I'm hearing you say is that you basically thought you'd keep doing that until one of these guys noticed.
Until you said stop, and then, okay.
Yeah, we never
But Lazlow
noticed.
noticed because
And
we
you know
don't listen, and Lazlow was listening.
Do you blame Sam, though? I would have taken advantage of the same
Why
situation.
wouldn't I put my bits in?
Sure. If he takes advantage of his own mother with laundry, why would he take advantage of the good nature of this program?
That
There
is
you
true.
go. How many bits are you featured in this week, Sam?
Well,
2?
Sam has 2 for this week.
How many do you have?
How many do you have?
None this week.
and it's also like Erock puking. Yeah, that's going to be high up.
That's better than Ian.
All right. What are your 2 bits?
Oh, by the way, Erock doesn't like Ian Halperin.
You don't?
Not at all. He said the show was a little
He
slow.
slows down the show a bit.
That's always good to hear when you're in the bathroom in between breaks. Erock, how's the show? A little slow.
That's
thanks,
better now that
fatso.
Lazlow's here. Ian was slowing down the show a little bit.
All right. You always got to tell the truth.
But even
Even
that was a backward
screeching halt.
No, then that was a backward compliment too, because he goes, but Lazlow's here to sort of pick it up. I'm like, oh wow, thanks.
Damn. What's your 2 bits you're featured in this week?
Well,
Circumcision.
the circumcision and the mommy issues get separated into 2.
Those are good ones. Sure.
Wait a minute.
And that's because...
Why separated?
Otherwise, you got like
so
a
that he can
55-minute
tease them
bit.
through about 8 breaks. So there's some good stuff coming up.
Because...
You can hear me cackling in the background on this next clip.
And then
Because the tease is number 1. The teases are asked for.
Yeah.
And number 2, timing-wise, they said we don't want hour-long clips. So if you have an
Talk
hour...
to me like a child. You got your hand out and you're talking to me like a child.
Because I'm being accused of stuff.
I wasn't accused. I asked you what were the bits. What have I accused you of right here?
Well, you were the way you said how you guys said how is that 2 bits?
It's snarky. What have I accused you of?
I'm sorry.
You really are. This whole what I did was it has to be cut up into 2. What am I, fucking intern?
Yeah, what is he? He's the boss.
I didn't mean that towards you. It's just my line of
I was
sight.
making my bones when you still had a fucking pinhole for a pee hole. That's right, motherfucker.
No, the reason it's separated into 2 bits is because of timing. They don't want hour-long clips on the countdown.
What's timing?
Why don't they want hour-long countdown?
because the audience won't sit around and listen to something that goes more than maybe 20 minutes.
But they listen to it when it's happening live.
We did the whole thing in
Oh,
one
this
break.
is why I call them babysitters.
We were told to cut things
What is
down.
their experience with a show like ours? I'm still waiting for the answer to that question.
We were told to cut things down to 20 to 30 minutes. So when you got an hour-long bit with 2 topics, you got 2 bits.
So by that thinking, O&A can go home at 6:30.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Because we pretty much do full breaks of an hour.
That's like when pop stations cut Stairway to Heaven in half because they didn't think they would sit through the whole fucking song. What are they talking about?
Yeah, I would say you should play something. If it's an hour, play it for an hour.
Right.
Well, we played Cherry Darts in its entirety, which was #1 last week. It went almost an hour. We didn't cut that, but
I understand you chop some things out where maybe it is a little slow.
Cut the fat.
Cut the fat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy.
But-
But not the whole fucking thing to 20 minutes.
condensing is what they say we need to do.
But there'll be weeks where you'll have some amazing comedians or celebrities in.
Right.
We're gonna have to fucking get involved.
And I don't hear. I'm like, I can't wait to hear that clip. But it's always about. Oh, here comes Sam. He brought a funny bit for Opie, and he's going to describe it for the next 45 minutes.
Oh man!
I don't think we've ever left out any comedians or celebrities. Nope. I don't think. I mean, our priority is to put the celebrities on. I don't think we've ever left out.
But have you ever done this at the end of a Friday show? Walked in, hey guys, putting together the worst of the week. Anything pop out of your head that would be good to put on it?
At the end of a Friday show, no, because I'd walk into an empty room. They're gone.
No, wow!
All of a sudden,
How are you going to defend that, though, Ant? Really? But sorry. After 4.5 hours of constant talking,
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
About and doing a program and really trying to be high energy at fucking an ungodly hour in the morning.
Right.
Sorry that when my shift is over, I want to get the fuck out of where I work.
You're allowed to.
And Sam's,
Oh, am I?
I didn't say
wow.
you couldn't.
No, you didn't. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You didn't say I couldn't.
and Sam's
Good thing
lying.
you didn't say I couldn't.
Sam's lying too. Let's go to Paul. Paul.
Hey there, Paul.
Hey guys, Sam's lying. They're advertising the dumbest interns that he was all over. He was completely involved in that one too.
Oh, so you're advertising the dumbest interns of all time on the Opie Anthony show, which you were a huge part of. That means you have
The
3
promo-
bits this week.
Yeah, I didn't even think. The promo, though.
Oh.
The promo is set up, so it's main clip, and then there's a clip of it. Main clip, and then there's a clip of it, and then 2 minor ones. This week's promo says / George Wendt, and then quickly at the end, without clips to back them up, it says my dick and the dumbest intern.
Wait, we had George Wendt made the countdown?
Yeah, we don't leave out celebrities.
That means we had a slow week. What number is that?
And my point was come in at the break before the end of the show, like, right around now, and ask the head guys what they would like on their weekend program.
Lazlow, thanks to you, now Sam has 4 bits on the countdown. 'Cause this
Yes,
is number 1.
Oh man!
4 bits.
Hold on, let's get some feedback on this stupid thing. Let's say hi to Flip in Kentucky. Flip.
You all need to shut the hell up. Sam and Erock do a fine job on the countdown.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
I'm glad your uncle listens.
We've had very little negative feedback from fans.
But Lazlow's point is that probably nobody listens because they don't like it.
Yeah, that's true. If they don't like it, they're just not going to listen.
Yeah, that's what Lazlow's point is.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say on that? I mean, if they're not
But
listening,
you've
they're not
admitted
listening.
you admitted that you've made the weekend countdown about you.
Yeah.
They did it as a goof, though.
Yeah.
That's like robbing a bank as a goof.
Right.
You're like, I robbed the bank, I spent the money, but it was a goof.
Yeah, I was kidding.
I was going to keep doing it until I got caught.
I mean, there's never been an instance where it's like, obviously, Sam put himself as number 1 when it should have been this. It's never happened because I always
The numbers
put...
don't matter. The numbers don't. If you're in number 1, it doesn't matter. You're number 10, number 1.
And there's been very few instances where there's a bit of mine that's on that shouldn't be on. I'll stand by every bit that I put on.
Wow. Ooh, he is
Do you run the list by anybody?
Cocksure.
Because I know the guys that are running the channel, sort of, they don't really listen
Ever
to the
since he
channel
lost his
full-time.
foreskin, he just feels like he can come
he's a
in
new
and-
man.
He really is.
Who do you run the bits by?
They ask what's like number 1, number 2, and what bits are on the countdown.
Who's they?
Bladder, Cross.
Oh, really? So they are
Bladder
kind of
every
involved?
weekend will say, hey, Sam, what made number 1 this week?
Shouldn't they independently get a little list together, maybe?
You'd
And then you
think.
go through that list and go, well, and then you hone the list?
They would, if they wanted, it's not my place to tell them
Do
to
they
do
listen
that,
to the
but
channel full time?
They're supposed to, I think.
Some people are taking Sam's race into consideration and saying he's being uppity.
No.
You're being uppity.
If anything, it's equal opportunity.
You were getting a bit preachy.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
talking to Ant like, what do you know?
I
Talking
didn't-
down to the
Yeah.
fucking white man.
Yeah, hey, Ginzo, this is how I do
Yeah.
it.
Listen, Wop.
Didn't mean
like
to
that.
talk down to Anthony. I respect Anthony, Opie, Jimmy,
And
and
Never
Lazlow.
do best up for a Wop.
You respect Lazlow, who brought this to everyone's attention?
Yeah. I mean, he
feel
gave me
about
another
Laz?
bit.
Jesus.
Oh, this whole thing
This
is
will
gonna be-
absolutely make the countdown.
Wow, that's almost
Can we get
like
rid of the
some
George
kind of-
Wendt?
Yes.
Yeah, this will be
Gone.
George Wendt now.
This will replace
George Wendt was
Wendt.
electric.
What a drunk.
Is that terrible?
Well, if you're giving me the honk.
Or maybe you have like a, somebody in the office that week gets to pick the the best bits.
Ooh.
You know, or maybe,
Yes.
maybe it's Jimmy saying, "I thought these were the best bits from the week."
Anybody's welcome to do it.
But you've never asked.
No one's ever consulted.
No one's ever offered either.
Yeah, I
So-
mean,
What do you mean never offered?
No one came in and said, "Hey, I think this should be number 2 or number 1 on the countdown."
But it's not their job. Their job is to sit in these chairs and be funny
And create the number
right,
2
and
and
tell,
number
and
1.
tell
That's
racist
right.
jokes and make fun of Steve.
And
That
we
is
create plenty of number 2.
Hey, is that a herd of buffalo?
Yes.
Oh, got the great buffalo hunt.
Wow.
You can also do your best in the game to make all the buffalo extinct.
Please don't shoot me.
Yes.
They have a running count?
Yes. There's huge herds of them.
Why is this horse's tail hanging off my forehead?
You don't understand. I've just had cubs.
Yes, stop, please. Hold, ceasefire.
It's changed my whole outlook on life. I get very angry when somebody gets near my cub.
All right, well, Sam and Erock continue doing a good job. No one's.
Would you like me
No
to
one's
come in
bothering
and
you.
start asking you guys
Hell fucking
what
no.
order you want bits in or what bits you want on the weekend?
Nope.
All right, then. We'll
I-
keep doing what we're doing.
I think we could do better than a countdown, but.
Not Sam and Erock Radio on Twitter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, E-Rock.
There they go.
Sounds to me
There
like
it is, the 2 stars of
the weekend.
countdown.
the whole show.
There it is. Yeah,
Yeah, the whole show. Looks
really.
like. The whole
Dude, sometimes some of their intros are like 5 to 10 minutes.
I have heard.
Like,
I do listen on Saturday when I'm driving around. I do pop on and listen, and I know exactly what you're getting at. It is these long, drawn out, and completely blow it for the bit thing. Like you're waiting for this build up, the crescendo, and they've already told you what's going to happen.
exactly. Or it's like this. Hey, you know what's great about Saturday night? Huh? Yeah, my show tonight.
Yeah, they plug the shows.
You know that the
constantly.
babysitters are finding out for the first time that this is going down? Now they're going to make believe they knew the whole time, and they're going to, sit them down and go, well, we got to, make some adjustments.
Yeah.
They found out for the first time that the weekends are a complete wreck around
Oh, dude,
here.
it after the
And it's running itself.
it went to anarchy on the weekends. It really did.
All right, we have to meet with...
Yeah, we got a meeting. We have a little meeting.
What's this meeting about?
We're going to... They say it's about Stars 2,
Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
yeah. It's about the...
We're going to be on Sirius for a month free or something.
Yeah, one of those
Oh,
free,
good.
free
Yeah,
things.
Good,
starting
good.
Monday.
That's all.
Oh, really? Nice.
So for some reason he needs to tell us that or talk to us about it.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess it's just time for FaceTime.
Yeah, we'll see.
Makes him happy.
I got my accountant to go to, so I can't stay long. And then, I know. And then I have... I got to play. Come on. Red Dead Redemption.
The big plug.
I'm on.
Red Dead Redemption came out 2 days ago. Xbox 360, PS3. You can go purchase guns in the game from Anthony.
Yes.
And also, the great Ron Bennington is a lawman in this.
Lawman Ron Bennington.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, that I want
Which
to hear.
I will be playing some clips of that at noon today, noon Eastern.
Can you tune in any radio shows during the game?
No, radio wasn't real popular in 1910.
You can hear some Morse code.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can figure it out.
All right, Lazlow, always a pleasure. Enjoy
Yes.
Croatia. Come back alive, please.
Yeah, I'll come back with one leg.
No,
No, don't say that.
How would you surf?
Then you'll be Lazlow.
All right, that actually wasn't too bad, Chip. Terrible.
And I'll be at the Borgata July 2nd and 3rd. I'm sorry people are sick of these plugs.
So will I.
Yes, you will.
I am absolutely going.
Anthony will be there the 1st through the 11th. I'll be there the 2nd and 3rd. And I'll be in Seattle Friday the 28th, and then Caroline's here in New York.
Did you even get
the
to see,
3rd through the 6th of June.
you even get to see Jim the last time you were down
We
there?
did. We hung out. Actually. No, I went down and watched you gamble. He didn't see the show.
No, I didn't go to the show.
Kenny's like, I'm not sure if Anthony's coming. I'm like, he hasn't gotten out of bed in 32 hours.
If they could wheel a table in, a blackjack table in, to the venue where you're playing, Jimmy, and I will just sit there with the dealer and play.
But you
and
should-
then occasionally I'll look over and go, ha ha ha, Jimmy, you should hit me.
You should support
Yes.
Jimmy, though. Take a couple hours from the
Well, he
gambling.
supported Jimmy by spending, $500,000 or whatever the fuck it was down there.
Yeah, that's where do you think Jimmy's pay comes from?
Exactly.
From my fucking blackjack table.
You want to just hand me the money before I leave on a Friday? Please.
Call it even, right?
They're going to give me a lot of dates because they know that the fucking whale is a friend of mine. Hey, Norton hangs out with fucking bank book McGillicuddy.
All right. You know what? Good point. Good point. Lazlow, thank you. We got to get out of here. We really have a
Thanks,
meeting to get
guys.
to, so. Ron and Fez
What time
at
are you
11.
going to be home? I'm going to see your baby today right after work.
Oh.
Let's make it 10:45.
Okay.
I'll be there at 11. Jimmy's seeing my baby. When are you going to see my baby at?
I got to get over the house. I don't
And
know
I'm not
when
bringing
I'm
the baby
available.
here anytime soon.
No?
I'm not going to be a Steve and bring a baby around.
Why not?
Its soul would be taken out.
That's right.
That's true.
Because my baby's not going to be that thing.
That thing?
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah.
You could bring the baby, though, right?
No, you
can't
come and see my baby.
I come and see the baby?
Yeah, I don't ask for much from you. Come see my fucking baby.
Come see the baby. Come see your baby.
Jimmy's seeing my baby.
I could come see the baby.
Jimmy's going to hold my baby.
Jimmy lives across the street from the baby.
Dude, you could be over my house in 10 minutes with your ride. Someone will watch your car out front.
We know who that someone is.
No.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
Get away from the vehicle.
That's a bird.
Right.
It's got more brains than him.
That's the bird talking to him.
Bird outsmarts
Stop
him.
shitting on the windshield. Okay.
All right, Jimmy sees the baby. Yeah, that's nice. That makes me happy.
I'm healthy and ready.
I don't get to come see the baby.
You want to come see the baby?
I'll come see the baby after Croatia.
Lazlow, have you seen the baby?
At Croatia?
I'll come back after Croatia.
Uh-oh.
That would be nice.
God knows what he's going to bring back from Croatia.
Can we spray you down
Right,
after?
I'll come back with-
Croatian fungus.
Give the baby cholera.
I'm going to wash my hands.
1800s disease.
Before I hold the baby, I'll wash my hands.
Do you hold babies?
Yeah, of course I do. I do it seated, though, because I don't want the little heads to flop back, but I sit down.
Paul.
This kid is already holding its head up on its own. I don't know what we gave birth to.
Hold your head up.
I mean, it was late, 11 days late, 9 pounds 4 ounces. I think it said thank you this morning when I was feeding it, and it sneezed.
Oh, I thought when you left.
You know what? Wait till you meet the baby. You're going to see a very mini version of me.
Wow.
He's got a bit of a tood already.
Right.
He's calling everybody that he works with me sitters.